backwards.
Well, this push starting to really work now for Hero. He's brought up all the stalkers from his main base, going after these bunkers now. Looks like he's going to be able to finally kill them this time, and this means Innovation could be in some trouble.
Oh man, if only Innovation had killed that Warp Prism. If only. There's no pylon on the map, you know, that would have been huge. Even if he just snuck around the side while that fight was going on, focus fire the Warp Prism down. But showing uncharacteristic sloppiness, didn't repair the right bunker there. Or you put all his repair on one bunker, and the other one got focus fired and died. And he didn't respond quickly enough to that. He's still fighting into a choke. He's still macroing hard on 2 bases, don't get me wrong. And his Marauder count is getting very high, and there are only 7 Zealots in this composition here. Force field energy is also very, very low. But it's still a bit of a rough spot to be in, and it didn't have to be as rough as this.
No, it certainly did not, but it looks like Hero going to push back in with 3 Colossus still remaining. This is so much damage. This little tiny choke that Innovation's been pushed into is not going to be a good place to fight.
No, it is not. Anything that goes in there is going to get hit very hard before it's even able to open fire. And the Warp Prism still being alive at the back means that reinforcements will come in. The force fields are coming down. They have actually stopped some of the units from coming in, but the Colossus didn't actually get the good shots off. Oh, almost one goes down, but the Guardian Shield saves it. The engagement comes in. He needs to focus fire on the right Colossus. There we go. He gets one. Now the stutter step begins. He smashes through the units at the front, and Innovation with the Marauder heavy force. He comes back. He pushes through. The Colossus die. The Stalkers die, and Innovation suddenly explodes out of his base.
Well, it looks like Hero has to turn around and run home, but he's got almost nothing there. 1 Colossus is his entire army. Warping in some more now, of course, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Innovation has had a great hold, and despite losing quite a few SCVs, I think he has a big enough army to carry this tempo advantage into a victory.
Yeah, and bear in mind he's still on 3 command centers, so he can replenish quicker, and he can build mules to compensate for those dead SCVs. He did well. That hold was excellent. And Hero maybe overcommitting just a little bit, taking a fight really where he didn't want to. You know, he had the advantage of that choke, and he elected to give the open field to Innovation, and Innovation ripped his throat out in the process, and is now going all the way into the natural expansion. The Colossus backed into a corner. 1 will fall, the second will fall, and Innovation looks to take this series back 1 game apiece.
It looks like it, Totalbiscuit. Innovation with much better play this time. A great defense, and GG tied up 1-1. He's not going out so easily.
No, I mean, that was a grizzled fighter on the ropes there, taking his hits one after another and just waiting for that opportunity, and then just coming out with the absolute bombs. And Hero's army was a very scary power army, but what it was lacking was something at the front to take those kind of hits. As soon as that went down, that Marauder-heavy composition destroyed it completely. It absolutely crushed it.
It certainly did. You know, I got to jump back to a very important part of the game. When Innovation came over with the double medevacs, and they just didn't do anything, that was still a really important part, I feel, for Innovation, because Hero left like 8 Stalkers at home for the initial push, and those 8 Stalkers, if he had brought those with him, he may have broken through.
Yeah.
But Innovation, like, he just went straight home after that, realizing, oh, okay, you're doing it all in. I'm not going to stay over here and try to drop you. I'll just die to it. So that was like a really important set of decisions, both ones from Hero, which, while safe and intelligent, didn't turn out to be right, but also from Innovation to really take this threat as a serious one.
Oh, yeah. And now we've got a series on our hands, folks. The last thing I think anyone wanted was to see Innovation fall so easily. But he just fired it up and put himself in high gear there. And, you know, as you said, Hero not only left too many units at home, but also took a fight in a place he didn't have to take it. In a place that was too open and allowed those Marauders to get a great concave. And, yeah, Stalkers aren't going to stand up against that. I'm sorry. No amount of Blink Micro is going to help you there.
No, certainly not. It was such a nice, big macroed out army from Innovation. So, really nice game there. Really glad that Innovation's stepping it up. I was getting a little bit nervous after that game 1 that I would just go in tonight and watch Zest own him. But with play like that, it's going to take quite a Protoss to knock him out.
I think it will, absolutely. We're going to take a short break, folks, and of course hear a word from our sponsors that are bringing you this incredible tournament up to this point, that being Sandisk Extreme Pro SSD. If you wish for a 10-year warranty on your brand new super fast SSD, you need look no further than Sandisk, and we'll show you a little bit about that just in a few moments. And then, of course, we'll have a quick music break, a couple of commercials, and then we'll be right back for the conclusion. Who will fall? Will it be Hero? Or will it be Innovation? And who, of course, will go on to face the final boss in this group, that being Startale Life? We'll be back after the break, folks, to find out. Hi, my name's John Bain, and it's my pleasure to thank Sandisk for bringing us top-notch StarCraft 2 entertainment at the Sandisk SHOUTcraft Invitational. When I'm not casting StarCraft 2, it's my job to critique PC games, and to do that, I need the best hardware. One of the best upgrades that you can get for your PC gaming experience is a solid-state drive, so I'd like to encourage you to check out the Sandisk Extreme Pro SSD. It's engineered for super-fast read and write speeds and consistent high performance 24/7. What does that mean for your games? Faster load times, faster boot times, faster install times. Less downtime, more game time. Plus, they're easy to install, run cool, and are both virtually silent and energy efficient. If you're worried about reliability, no need. Sandisk backs it all up with a 10-year warranty. Game without limits when you step up to the consistent high performance of Sandisk Extreme Pro.
Mechanical man. I am a mechanical man. I am a mechanical man. Mechanical man. I am a mechanical man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sandisk SHOUTcraft Invitational. The great games never ever stop here. They really do not. It's getting ridiculous. And we've got a tied series here between CJ Hero and Acer Innovation.
I tell you, man, there's a lot of games that we are casting today that I'm going to go back and rewatch later. That's when you know there's good games, that much StarCraft on to rewatch some of it. So This has been fantastic so far. Once again, thank you for having me, Totalbiscuit. I am
Absolutely my
so
pleasure.
pumped. Hero against Innovation, game number 3, coming right up.
Indeed it is, and it's going to be on Overgrowth here, the last map remaining after everything else had been eliminated. Who will prevail? Will Innovation be able to carry the flag high for foreign teams? Will this be the first Kesper player to be eliminated in the Sandisk SHOUTcraft Invitational? Or will the evil empire continue? Will the overlords of Korea continue to reign supreme? Yes, we will find out. Innovation is the one that stands in the way. Stop that from happening. Let's see what he can do. He's got to face off against this guy. An absolute titan in his own right, a legend, and an ace. To the southwest position, in the blue trunks playing Protoss, it is CJ enters Hero.
And his opponent in the top right, one of the biggest fan favorites in the world, formerly the world's best player, is Acer's Innovation.
Looking to try and climb that ladder once again. Interesting to see Innovation having joined a foreign team, not being a player that elected to go to a different WCS region. Staying in Korea, still performing well in Korea.
That is kind of interesting, right? Because he still travels quite a bit. I see Innovation on the road all the time. So the fact that he's chosen to play the hardest WCS, and you know, it's just so competitive to get through, instead of one of these ones that his team could fly him to. That is, I wonder why that is.
Yeah, I mean, if you threw Innovation into WCS NA, he'd probably have a pretty good time of it. Admittedly, NA's lineup is now getting so stacked that maybe he wouldn't.
Yeah.
But it's actually
I think
getting
all
silly.
3 of them at this point are like getting pretty crazy. The skill has spread around quite a bit, but still, this is pretty hard.
Innovation. That barracks is in a very strange position indeed.
Indeed, it is. This is a very old build. This will be an SCV pull with Marines. Wasn't expecting to see this. This has really fallen, you know, out of favor since Heart of the Storm because of the Nexus cannon in the Mothership Core being a unit that you get out so early, and it can kind of, you know, help deal with things like this. I'm surprised. I am surprised to be seeing this.
Yeah, certainly. I have to wonder just how well it will work, as you said. When will the Mothership Core be built, I think, more to the point? You know, will it be built early? Will it be built later? Will he elect to try and skip the Mothership Core to power forward and use his gas somewhere else initially? What is going to end up happening here? I
think it's going to be built right away. Let's see. Is it going to be built?
It's got to be built, surely. Oh, no, well, he went for another Nexus. He's actually expanded.
Okay, well, that's not going to last. All right, so that's still it's quick. It's quick, but he needs stalkers as well. Mothership Core alone won't do this because, like, a Nexus cannon alone won't do this. He also needs stalkers with some fantastic micro.
Yeah, it's worth noting that if this bunker actually does go up, then no Nexus cannon will save that Nexus, assuming it even completes in the first place. So he would be back down to 1 base, and I mean that's still fine because Innovation's stuck on 1 base as well, but. Well, I suppose we get to see just how good Innovation's control really is.
Whoa, CJ Hero doesn't even really get what's going on yet. He's actually throwing up a Stargate. That's the last thing he needs at the moment. That Stargate really probably not going to come into play here unless he's already basically won it by holding this off, but we'll see.
I mean, that's got to be cancelled. There's no way. That doesn't stay, surely.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got to cancel it. There's no way he can hold on. Nexus Cannon is not as good as... as that. It's not going to knock down 2 repaired bunkers.
No.
But you know what? Actually, this Stargate, I have to take it back, is going to... Whoa! He's actually trying to hold this Nexus. Or maybe this Nexus is to buy time. Could it be? Just to buy time? Whoa! He's bringing his probes. I am getting confused, Totalbiscuit. This is crazy.
He will attempt the defense against 2 bunkers. He actually focuses down the SCV as well. The amount of economic damage that's surely going to be done. I mean, the Mothership Core gets focused down. What is he... It does this... How many probes will he lose? Huge numbers, surely.
11 so far. I mean, I guess this Nexus lives.
Yeah, I mean, he saved the Nexus. And
I mean, what's a Nexus without probes to mine at it, right?
Yeah.
He's got 11 probes against 23 SCVs. I think that...
17.
Like... I'm actually even okay with him letting the Nexus finish to buy more time because he did get that Stargate, and
Yeah,
with all
the
the
Oracle.
Marines down there, obviously you can kill a lot with an Oracle, but like to battle with the probes, what if he just lets that Nexus die and then he flies right in with this Oracle right now? Doesn't he get way ahead?
You'd think so. It was a very odd decision. I mean, I think he certainly will try to equalize things up, and there are not even enough Marines on the map to kill one Oracle, let alone two. So this is already a very, very odd situation indeed. And with the double Nexus, he is at least able to increase that probe production if he wants. Innovation losing a lot of SCVs here. He will, of course, have mules, but that's one Oracle. There is another one coming. He's going to be going up to 3. And he loses a bunch more Marines as well. Does Hero, in the craziest of sacrifices, actually win this as a result? I mean, he's now got the worker lead.
This is such a weird game, but I guess
Wild.
Hero really knows what he's doing battling with those probes. I think I'll question that move for the rest of my life, but I mean, it leaves him with very few Marines to do anything with right now, and these Oracles are just ravaging him.
Well, yeah, they're going to kill all the rest. That's it. GG.
What a weird game.
I am boggled by that. That was very, very strange in every possible respect.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I felt like that was such a bad choice to lose all those probes, but he did end up reducing the Marine count greatly, which did allow for the Oracles to actually just seal the game, I guess. Yeah, that was a weird one, but I guess you just got to believe in Hero. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. It was very calculated, and it worked. The common knowledge, logic, basic common sense, all kind of flies in the face of what Hero just did, but Hero has a greater understanding of the game than we do. There's no doubt. And he just showed that. He understood the situation perfectly. And the Stargate, which seemed like it was going to be the nail in his coffin, and it seemed like a completely superfluous piece of technology, ended up being exactly the right thing he needed.
Yeah, and I mean, the fact that he was able to get Oracles out, that I thought for sure this was going to be like an SCV pull where he just bum rushes the main base and tries to kill the probes off, in which case the Stargate tech would be really, a waste, but the fact that he used it to just counterattack after making sure the Marine count was basically 0, I guess it was brilliant.
Yeah, mad genius. And the Smiling Assassin claims yet another victim in perhaps a very strange way indeed. Now, if he was a grinning serial killer, it would be very hard to determine his methods because you can't make any sense of that.
Look, no amount of CSI teams would be able to figure out what the hell just happened in that game, Totalbiscuit. That's a tough one. And that means we get to see a PvZ today, which is pretty awesome.
Cool. Very cool. Hero versus Life. CJ Hero versus Life, indeed. Our first PvZ, and of course our final game of the day. Every single series has been great in its own way. That ended in a very odd way indeed. The decision-making of CJ Hero simply next level. And I don't use that term ironically. I really mean that. Absolutely next level decision-making. And now,
no question about that.
Now we see Life versus Hero, which I'm great with. I'm okay with that,
Oh, yeah. I mean, Hero has got some of the most amazing PvZ. Like, the thing is, this guy, I've talked with him so much. I've talked about him so much with other Protoss players. And, like, it's amazing. He'll send, like, one Phoenix across the map, see what you're doing, and be like, all right, this is how I'll kill you. And then he does it. But Life is, like, very hard to scout correctly. He's very decisive. I feel like this is just a great matchup, these two.
Yeah, it will be. No doubt. What a great way to finish the first day. And of course, bear in mind, we have 3 more days of this. We've got another group stage, which is just as stacked. And then, of course, it's all best of 7s from there on in. And we get to see the full range of play.
Oh, man. I can't wait till the best of 7s. We should have done best of 7s, shouldn't we have?
I tried. I really tried to convince the Koreans to play best of 7s in group stages. They refused flat out.
Yeah.
I suggested it to Crank. It's like, when I was thinking about the format, it's like, should we go single or limb best of 7? It's like, No Korean will play best of 7 in the round of 8. It's never going to happen. Like, okay. Okay. I guess double elim group stage will do then.
I love you for trying.
I tried. I gave it a shot.
That counts.
Yeah.
I mean,
I tried best of 9 final as well. They didn't agree to that either. So.
Would be fantastic.
It would. Maybe that's too much StarCraft for one man. If such a thing exists.
Such a thing does not exist, that's for sure.
No, I don't think so. Final best of 3 of the day, folks. The vetoes are currently going on right now between Life and Hero. That means we will take a short break, and when we come back, we will be bringing you our final series of the day. I really hope you've enjoyed this so far. Of course, if you're a European waking up at a weird time and tuning into this tournament saying, damn, I wish I'd had the opportunity to watch all the stuff that came before this, don't worry. We're going to be running a rebroadcast right after this. I'm going to run the whole damn thing again for all of you in Europe, because I know that obviously it's at a very awkward time. We could not convince Flash to play at 5 a.m. KST. I'm sorry. No amount of powers of persuasion is going to make that happen. Guy needs his beauty sleep. Don't blame him. Give it to him. Let him have it. But we will do a full rerun broadcast for the Europeans. And of course, VODs will be available spoiler-free over on youtube.com/TotalBiscuit. Big thanks to our sponsor, Sandisks. I knew I was going to say that at one point. It had to happen. It had to happen.
It had to.
But there we go. Let's hope it never happens again. Sandisk Extreme Pro SSD. The absolute top-performing, high-end SSD for gamers right now with a 10-year industry-leading warranty. So please do check it out if you're looking for a high-performance drive for your gaming that will last a decade. Jeez. You might not even be alive by then. Think about it. The world might have ended. It's entirely possible. We're going to be back after the break, folks. My name is Totalbiscuit, and I, of course, am joined by the always wonderful Artosis. We will see you shortly. Gentlemen, it is here. The final game of this best of 3 dual tournament format here. It's going to be a great one. It is, of course, Hero taking on Life. One player will go down. They will be eliminated. GG no re. The other player will advance on to play the winner of Group 2.
I don't even care who goes through here. This is like, it's just so good. Either of these players going up to join Flash, and then 2 players of the other group. Gonna be a fantastic round of 4, but right now all I can think about is how this match is gonna go, because I think these 2 guys make an excellent match against each other. A super decisive, powerful, aggressive Zerg like Life, going up against one of the smartest PvZers in the world in Hero.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more with that one. I believe these guys have clashed before, if I recall correctly, in Pro League. I'm pretty sure they have.
They must have. Yeah, I would imagine.
Actually, surprisingly, never mind. That's actually Terran. Let's see.
I can't think of them playing each other. I would imagine that Hero would have won just because he's done way better in Pro League than Life has.
He, interestingly enough, the last time Life and Hero played was WCS, the Korea Up and Down matches in 2013. Life won that match.
Well, 2013 definitely more of Life's year than it was Hero's, but Hero, ever since the Kespa switch, he was one of the big surprises where he did really well. Like WCS 2012, in fact, the first WCS, he was one of the Kespa guys that actually made it into the top 8, which was like really surprising. So
he did.
This guy's he's been legit for a long time.
Yep. Outside of that one match, and that was a best of 1 in the Up and Downs, Hero and Life have never clashed in a competitive tournament.
Whoa.
Ever. It's never happened.
This is important then. Yep. Oh my god. This is actually even better. Oh.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Rubbing my hands together.
Oh yeah, we're having not 1 but 2 historic PvZs just in the round of 8 alone. We're getting the Dongwei Gu versus Hero rematch that hasn't happened since 2012, and we're getting Life versus CJ Hero, which has never happened ever in a best of 3.
That's speaks for itself, Totalbiscuit.
It does. This tournament's great. We should make more of them.
Hit 2x on this game. I gotta get into the middle of it. Come on.
Let's do it. All right, here we go, ladies.